guys, I'm Chris Beach, and this is Evansville High School football. 100 years, millions of memories. Now, when it comes to enrollment, Mater Dei is the smallest high school in the SIC. But for the last several decades, the Wildcats are among the top teams in the city, and they have built quite the winning tradition. Get this, 22 sectionals, 13 regionals, and a Class 2A state championship in the year 2000. Well, joining me now is the quarterback of the 2000 state championship team, Jake Schiff. Jake, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
You bet. Glad to be a part of it. Thanks for having me.
All right. Now, Jake, when you took over at Mater Dei, you had quite some shoes to fill. That's because your brother, Adam, who is now ranked still among the top 15 passing quarterbacks in Indiana. So was there any pressure following your brother's footsteps?
Yeah, there was certainly some pressure leading up to that. He was a senior when I was a freshman, so growing up, I always looked up to him as far as anything he worked at. He always worked extremely hard, whether it was football, basketball, or baseball, which he went on to play baseball at USI and didn't go the football route. But yeah, he had a successful high school career in all three sports, and he definitely excelled on the football field as well. So there was certainly some pressure growing up in the same household as him. But at the same time, I think a lot of that pressure was alleviated because I had always was fortunate enough to have a lot of really good teammates surrounding me. Football is the ultimate team game with 10 other guys out there on the field with you at the same time. And, it's not just always the offense, it's the defense and everything else. But offensive line, wide receivers, running backs, made my life a little easier stepping into a starting role on the football team as a sophomore. So there was definitely pressure, but Adam was also going to USI at the same time I was playing, so he was always there as a sounding board when I needed him to bounce some ideas off of. And lastly, the pressure was alleviated a bit too, because we just always had a great coaching staff at Mater Dei, and they continue to still have a phenomenal staff that works very hard at what they do.
Well, in 1999, you helped guide the Wildcats to semi-state. You guys lost to Danville at semi-state. So going into that 2000 season, were you guys confident that you could make that run to state? Yeah, I mean, we were coming off a pretty darn good year in 99, like you said, and went into a shootout with Danville at the Wrights Bowl, and unfortunately in overtime got beat in a very high-scoring affair. And I think, it really motivated a lot of guys, including myself, in that offseason, knowing that we were so close. It was almost there, but didn't quite get there. So a lot of motivating factors went into that offseason as far as workouts and making sure guys were working hard to prepare for the upcoming season. We knew we had some talent coming back, a lot of returning players. We lost some good pieces too, but I think we did have some confidence knowing that if we could put it all together, knowing we were so close that we could potentially knock that door down and get to the finals in 2000. Well, knock that door down, you definitely guys did. Heading into that state championship game, though, Mater Dei was considered quite the heavy underdogs going up against the former Class 2A champs, Fort Wayne Bishop Luers. In fact, a lot of experts were kind of expecting this to be a blowout. Well, it was, except you guys did the blowing out. You dominated that game. You won 56-10. So what was the team's mindset going into that game, and how were you able to pull out that win?
Yeah, I don't remember what the underdog status was at the time. I do remember Fort Wayne Bishop Luers had a very strong program history, and I don't necessarily know that we were overly concerned about being motivated that we were underdogs, other than just the fact that, hey, we got to the state finals, now let's do something with it. Let's not make sure that the goal was just to get there. The goal was to win it. And I think coming off of the loss in semi-state the year before helped, again, with the motivational factors and making sure that we had all put in the prep work to get there. And, as far as how we were able to do it, I just think a great team effort. I mean, offense, defense, special teams, coaching staff putting together great game plans and building off the momentum of that entire season really helped us propel to get that win over Fort Wayne Bishop Luers. So I guess it was kind of a culmination of a lot of hard work by a lot of people, and
and not to be not to not mention them, but the Mater Dei fan base and the community, boy, they traveled well. I remember that football game quite vividly at the old RCA Dome, and we had a lot of fan support. We had a lot of fan support all season long, which was just awesome and pretty typical of the Mater Dei community.
Oh yeah, Mater Dei, they definitely have some of the best fans you will find in this area. I know from experience going to a lot of Mater Dei games. Now the following season, you set a state passing record, 4,468 total yards. To this day, Jake, that is still the best single season record for passing yards in Indiana. I mean, how do you feel that your record still has not been broken after 10 years?
Well, I don't know. I don't think about it much anymore. But again, going back to the teamwork aspect, you got offensive linemen blocking for you. You got running backs picking up blitzes for you. And you got wide receivers making plays and coaching staffs letting you, Mike Gable and his staff were able to give me a lot of flexibility to change plays at the line of scrimmage. Back then, we kind of modeled our offense a little bit after the old Joe Tiller, Drew Brees days of Purdue, which at the time was, just wide open, throwing the football across the field. So I think that type of offense allowed for statistics like that to develop. Now we still had to execute, and we did. And so I don't think a ton about it, but when you mention it, it's pretty cool to know that you're still got your hat in the record books. But I'm sure at some point somebody will get it. That's why they keep track of those records. So anyway, just the ultimate team approach as to why and how that happened. And yeah, it's good stuff. It was a lot of fun back then.
Well, that is kind of the thing. Records are meant to be broken. But as you said, what's a quarterback without a great team and great coaching staff? No doubt about it. Now, have you been able to work with other Mater Dei quarterbacks since you graduated?
Yeah, I'm 30, getting ready to be 38 here shortly. And unfortunately here recently, just with my wife and I's kiddos, 3 young boys at home and work and stuff, it's just not really been able to fit it in the schedule. When I graduated from Indiana State and moved back home to Evansville, I was able to help out when I was younger and didn't have the commitments that I do with family and work now. But so anyways, back early, I guess, post-graduation from college, I was able to help out a little bit there with the quarterbacks, but not so much anymore. But Mater Dei holds a special place in my wife and I's heart. That's where our boys are going to go. And, we'll always be huge fans and supporters as much as time allows it.
Well, and Jake, as I said, Mater Dei, they continue to have so much success. Mike Gable, legendary coach in my mind, and I'm sure in everybody's mind. What are your thoughts on Mater Dei just maintaining this success over the years?
Sure, you're spot on, and the staff and the coaching staffs that you mentioned there. There's a lot of the same coaches that were there when I was playing, and I think that's the proof in the pudding, if you will, as far as why Mater Dei is able to continue that string of success. Is you get coaches that are just unwavering in their time and commitment to the program, and they know what they're doing. Mike Gable especially is the ultimate motivator, but he's also surrounded himself with a great staff. And then you get a lot of people on the football team, especially, that they turn around and once they graduate and play, they turn around and find their way back into coaching and giving back to the community in that capacity. So, and giving back to the football team in that capacity. So, just great coaching staffs that really are just at a high level committed to excellence and committed to what they do, and it's just awesome to see. Just a lot of hardworking people.
And I will say there is no better rivalry in the area than Mater Dei and Rites. I always look forward to that game every year. I'm sure you do too. Always looking forward to a big game. And it doesn't matter what the record is. It's a rivalry game. Throw the records out. Yeah,
we had a lot of great football games with Rites High School. I remember one when I was a sophomore that I think we were coming off a 1 loss that year to Harrison. Maybe it happened a couple weeks before, but I think there was about 13,000 people in there. It was for the city and the SIAC my sophomore year, and it went into overtime.
fortunately, we were able to pull it out and had some other great games with Wrights as well. That I played in front of people at the Wrights Bowl as far as fan capacity goes that were quite a bit larger than what you'd play in front of at Indiana State and Terre Haute. So it was those games were awesome. I do remember that.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. Well, Jake Schiff, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to talk to us, sharing the memories, and cheering on the Mater Wildcats. Thank you so much, man.
You bet. Thanks for your work and putting this together. Thanks for having me on. I think it's great you're promoting high school football, because high school football is awesome in this community, in this area, and provides a great foundation for the young men who are playing, and teaches them a lot about life in general. And you got a lot of coaching staffs and parents out there that put a lot of time into it as well. And I think it's great you guys are doing this. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Jake. Well said on there. All right. Jake Schiff, former Mater Dei quarterback. Be sure to follow us on tristatehomepage.com as we continue to celebrate Evansville high school football. 100 years, millions of memories. I'm Chris Veach. We'll see you on the next drive.